If your dating life is non-existent and the idea of approaching girls terrifies you, I'll tell you how to flip that around in the next 3 weeks without using any cheesy pickup lines, but with real principles that actually work. I've learned these 3 core ideas from 4 of the best dating coaches in the world. And they took me from 0 experience at 27 years old to multiple dates a week and eventually meeting my girlfriend a year later. Even if you never said a single word to a girl on the street, I'll walk you through the exact process step by step, so you don't have to guess and repeat the same mistakes. Let's start with the biggest reason most guys fail to approach women. It's not fear, it's not lack of skill, it's inconsistency. If you don't have a plan or routine, how are you supposed to build any muscle, let alone social confidence? Without a system, you try a few approaches, get discouraged when it doesn't work well, and then stop. And next time you try, you're back at square one. So here's what I want you to do instead. Create a simple plan around 3 things: location, time, and focus. Find 2 to 3 spots where you can start approaching women. For me, it was malls, downtown streets, and the gym. Then block out a time. I personally went out during lunch, 12 to 1 p.m., 5 days a week. And finally, pick 1 focus per day. If you're just starting out, don't worry about full conversations. Try giving out compliments to 5 different people, or just ask for directions and keep it low pressure. And you might think, why start small? It's because some days you're not gonna feel like approaching. But if the system is simple enough, you're gonna take action. And that's how you build momentum. Once compliments feels easy, then I want you to extend the conversation. Ask a simple follow-up. For example, are you from here? Or you look like someone who works out a lot. You're not trying to impress, you're just adding in 1 to 2 more sentences. And if the conversation feels off, no problem. Just smile and say, hey, it was nice talking to you. Have a good one.
Excuse me.
Hi.
I just wanted to say you guys look awesome today.
Aw, thank you so
Have a great day.
Personally, I started to do this during my commute to university. 5 compliments a day, then 1 minute, 3 minute, 10-minute conversations. And eventually I started to get numbers. So all in all, stack your small wins up, because in a long enough time horizon, you are gonna get dates. Now let's move on to the second pillar, presence. This one is huge because when guys approach, they don't actually know how to connect with women. Why? It's not because of what they say, it's how they say it. Just think about 2 of your friends. One is super charismatic, the other is not. If they say the exact same thing to a girl, it lands completely differently. And that is presence. So here's what's really going on. We all have negative self-talk running in the background. And that tension in your mind shows up in your body. You overthink, you freeze, you play it safe, especially with the girls you're attracted to. It's not that you don't know what to say, you're just stuck in this little bubble because you're not in the right state. So how do we fix this? Step 1, write down your negative self-talk. Be specific. For me, it was, I don't look good enough. Only the good-looking guys get all the results. That actually came from high school experiences without me even realizing it. Step 2, challenge those beliefs. Try to find counter examples. I personally had friends who weren't conventionally attractive, but still getting dates. So clearly that belief was false. And the more evidence you can find, the easier you can break out of that limiting belief. Step 3, control your state before you approach. Essentially, people feel one thing, and that one thing is your energy. If you're grounded, playful, excited to connect, people are gonna feel that energy. If you're nervous and looking for validation, they're gonna feel that too. So here's what I did. I set a goal of giving 5 compliments daily. And after each one, I'd literally say to myself, that was 1,000 out of 10. I crushed it. It sounds cheesy, but it works so well. So you literally have to train your brain to feel good after taking the right action. So for example, this is one of my client, Donnie. He was terrified of approaching, and this is what he said.
I guess the fear is getting shut down to just what other people, like of all of them, what they think of me, and like sort of laughing at me.
But once we built this habit of hyping him up after each rep, he started approaching consistently.
That forced it. I was like, how am I doing the entire time in my mind? I'm like, how is this so much easier than I thought?
So when your state is calm, confident, and relaxed, you win half of the battle before you even open your mouth. Now let's move on to the third pillar, structure. Because even if you manage to approach, you might not know what to say. You either freeze, or get into interview mode. What's your name? What do you do? And where are you from? And now it just feels like a job interview. But if you want to build attraction, you need emotion. Emotion that comes from teasing, flirting, creating curiosity. So if you think about it, curiosity is what keeps the conversation alive. Just like a YouTube video, if you're not curious about what comes next, you're not gonna watch it. So if you can make her wonder about you, you can keep the conversation going. Teasing helps you stand out. Especially if you're a dude who's too nice or too agreeable, women are going to straight up friend zone you. And flirting makes it man to woman. And without it, you're just another nice guy. Think of it like a dance. Teasing is pushing, flirting is pulling her in. Too much of either, you're gonna lose balance. But just enough, that is chemistry. So let's talk about how to tease. First thing you have to master is nonverbal communication. Always have a playful smirk. You're not trying to insult, you're trying to tease. For example, you really suck. This is an insult. But if I say it like, you really suck, like, you know that, right? This is a tease. So I hope you realize the difference in nonverbal communication. So I want you guys to look in the mirror and see what kind of communication you're giving off. Now let's get into 2 easy ways to tease. First one is disagreeing with a playful vibe. Simply say words like, really? Come on. That's bullshit. You don't have to say everything at once, but you get the vibe. And this works especially well if you're too nice, if you can't disagree in the interaction. And when you do this the proper way, you're gonna learn that nonverbal communication is 80% of your communication skills. You can simply give her a look as well, just like this. Second easy way is exaggeration. For example, if she's in gym clothes, I could say something like, I can totally tell you calculate all your macros and calories. Am I right? Or you can exaggerate like, you totally look like a gym rat. Another example would be, I approached this girl back in Australia. She was tanned, so I asked her, are you like a beach person? She told me yes. So I said, you go to the beach 7 days a week. Am I right?
Do you go to the beach and tan yourself?
I did go to the beach.
7 days a week?
No, not every day.
So I exaggerated the fact that she goes to the beach 7 days a week. So this is how you start teasing. I would say start small, start disagreeing, and start exaggerating. Now let's move on to how to flirt. Same thing with teasing, your vibe always comes first. 3 elements: eye contact, get closer, slow pacing. For example, if you're flirting and there's no eye contact, how would that feel? If I said, you look very cute today, but I'm not looking at you, it looks like, hey, you look very cute today. It doesn't seem like you're flirting. And let's say you're talking too fast this time. You look very cute today. This is not flirting. You gotta slow down. You look very cute today. And finally, if you're too distant, it's gonna be really hard to make that flirtatious vibe. Imagine me going, you look very cute today. So that doesn't make sense. And I want you to imagine any romance movie. They get close, slow pacing, good eye contact. Now let's learn a couple of simple methods. The first one is direct flirting. It's super easy. Just simply telling her that she's cute or she's beautiful. And to be honest, if you're a beginner, just start with that. Start the conversation with, hey, excuse me, I thought you looked cute today. And obviously, saying that one time doesn't make the whole interaction flirtatious, but that's a good start of the conversation. Second one is using the we frame. So whatever she says, make it into a we or us. If she says she's 25 years old, I would say something like, that's perfect. I'm 30 years old. People say 5-year age gap is perfect. Or if she's in a white dress, I could say something like, you're in white, I'm in black. I think we kind of match. It's cute. So final take, don't overdo it, make it playful and make it subtle. So structure isn't about having like A to Z guide on the full conversation. It's more about having big principles and leading yourself in the right direction so you can be attractive and authentic at the same time. So I want you guys to stop having those nice conversations and start having fun, tease, and flirt. I hope this gives you an idea of how to start approaching women with confidence. Just to recap, build a routine that fits in your schedule. Then look into the nonverbal communications first. Then start to play around with the concepts of teasing and flirting. Let me know in the comments if anything stood out or if you have any questions about all the concepts. I'll see you guys in the next video.